Hi Sagittarius women, welcome to your I Ching Alchemy of Relating spread for March 2017. This spread is meant to help you gain insight into the influences according to what the Book of Changes says about the relationship and how to bring more harmony to maybe some difficult perspectives or difficult aspects. So we'll go into that more deeply with the cards. First of all, thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. It really means a lot to me. If you'd like a private reading about something else other than relationship, give me an email, send me an email at ichingbythea@gmail.com. Thank you so much for the replies I've gotten so far. Remember, when you subscribe this month, you get a free one-card draw, so don't forget to give that a try. The I Ching, for those of you who don't know, is an ancient Chinese divination method that's been used for centuries from ancient China to help make sense of changes. The first card here is meant to, it's in your position, Sagittarius women, and it's meant to give you some insight in how to strengthen the foundation of your relationship this month, or what is it that you can do that can help to strengthen the relationship just by virtue of your doing of it. So it can also point out to things that could be undermining security or where you might be lapsing. This is hexagram number 9, and in the I Ching Book of Changes, let's get it here for you. Hexagram number 9 is the taming power of the small, and key words for this card are being careful and preparing. So just like we see in the image of the spider that's weaved its web and is waiting, this hexagram is a reminder that to take care of the small things, because sometimes you're just not in ultimate control. So by taking care of the smaller things, you can be ready for when the timing is right and the big things arrive. By restraining yourself and by being self-sufficient, just like the little spider uses its own silk from its own stomach, and by being careful, you can overcome minor impediments and be more adaptable to the situation. So anything that could be requiring that of you this month, this hexagram is telling you the way that you can go about it, just by taking care of the details and not focusing on the bigger picture, which you don't have ultimate control over. In your partner's position for this month, we have hexagram 41, which is decrease. And hexagram 41 is a message from the book for frugality, for letting go. So maybe your partner needs to let go of certain things that have been getting in the way of a closer relationship. Less is more in terms of being resourceful and also sacrifice. So this probably just means letting go of past arguments and past fights and just focusing on the future and knowing that a period of increase always follows after that decrease, but a good way to approach the decrease is by just being frugal and being happy and positive about letting go and approaching a more less is more perspective in the relationship might be helpful. So no need for big showy displays of affection with that card. The next hexagram is hexagram 25, which is the hexagram of innocence. And innocence is telling us to be trusting of our original natures. So, before I forget, this card is meant to be in the emotional climate of the relationship this month. So this could give you some advice on a good way to approach situations that will induce more harmony, and might help you to overcome areas where you are feeling vulnerable or where you lack trust. So if that's the case, and there are in all relationships that occurs by having the perspective of the innocent baby here, so cute. It might help that situation. So keywords with this card is being open-hearted and being open to simplicity and to be happy and expect sort of the unexpected. So don't be cynical in terms of the potential of the relationship, and don't be cynical towards your ability to communicate your wants and needs, because that could be a habit that's formed that's blocking something else. And there's a lot of healing that can happen when you well, I'll let you finish the sentence. The next card is for that of your partner, and here we have hexagram 54, which is the marrying maiden. The marrying maiden keywords show perhaps a compromising situation. Maybe Sagittarius women partners are feeling somehow succumbing to seduction, manipulated, or low self-esteem. This card is saying there is totally a way to heal yourself from that, but it's kind of like what happens when a younger sister gets married before the older sister. That's kind of the feeling of this card, which is an interesting position because maybe there are some emotional wounds that have that feeling about them. So ways to overcome that can be by really focusing on your own inner, what you know is your own inner sense of self-worth, and releasing anybody else's ideas, or really releasing external ways that you feel that you need to act in any kind of situation with regards to the relationship. Okay? It's not a bad card. It's just giving you the advice of self-confidence. All right, this hexagram is in the state of mind of you, Sagittarius women, this month, and what it is you're kind of hoping for, and also what you're fearing, and your attitude as well toward your partner. So by kind of meditating on this card, which is number 4, that of youthful folly, it shows to ignore impulsive decisions, be more mature in your solution towards matters. If you can be more patient, and if you can participate in more well thought out behavior so that you avoid any kind of quick decisions. This card is also showing that if there's some lesson that you need to learn, that it's not going to be difficult. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for you to smash all the preconceived ideas, and it's going to be fun for you this month with your partner. So that's what it's also saying. But the negative side of it is just those connotations of being immature and being ignorant. So just take a grown-up perspective of the matter is kind of what's coming through. All right, so the hexagram for your partner in this position is 49, which is that of revolution. And this card is saying that there's a potential for transformation and radical change, and it's a good time to give up the old ways of doing things in order to make way for new things. So if you're feeling tired or in a rut at all, this focusing on what is naturally turning out to be the case could help you usher in a new wave of energy. So acknowledging that what the flow of things is not something that you can really get in the way of or stop, just like you can't stop the cycle of the seasons. There's certain cycles in a relationship that you can't stop, so just remember that this month, Sagittarius women partners. This card is a card that's meant to kind of give us insight into everything that we just went through, and it's a hexagram 31, which is influence. And this is really kind of one of the main relationship hexagrams. So its message is one of courtship, mutual attraction. There's genuine affection. So obviously there's a lot of genuine affection here, and all the hexagrams that have come before are really kind of based on this one. So this is probably one of the most important cards of the spread. There's a lot of stimulation and natural magnetism, and that's all completely natural. So have a lot of fun connecting. I hope the other hexagrams gave you some good advice. If you're feeling at all like you would like a private reading, again, I gave you the details in the beginning of this video. Thanks again. Have a happy, healthy, and productive March, and take care. Bye.